everybody! Tom Selleck for the win here. And I'm back with the Hardcore series. And I have a house, kinda. Ish. When you last left me, I was leaving the wasteland after our semi-successful run into the factory. And that was on day 7. And now here we are on day 9. I have been a busy boy off camera. Why have I been busy? Well, first of all, when I last left you, I barely had any of this done. I went ahead and did all the floors and finished the cobblestone in the corners, and I laid out some wood frames to kind of outline how I wanted to do things. And then I put some log cabin material in, and then I put an entrance in, along with my, I got the full deck out here, or porch, whatever you want to call it. And then I have an entrance. I decided not to do the underwater entrance, simply for the reason of just way the hell too complicated. I got so many wood spikes down there, would have been impossible. So what I've got here is a completely concrete reinforced entrance. I'm going to put a metal door here and a metal door here, so it'll be tough for them to get in. I made it so they can't get from here onto the edge. The only real concern that I have is a spider zombie might be able to climb up right on those blocks. I don't know if they can climb from the water up or not, but if they can, it will only be a spider zombie that I have to worry about, so not a big deal. The other thing that I've done that you haven't seen yet is I did a lot of work underneath. I had one corner of the house as I was building collapse. The floors collapsed. It was that far corner over there. I was worried about the wood frames. As you know from earlier episodes, I kind of wondered aloud whether or not this would be strong enough, and it wasn't. So I over-engineered. I added a shitload of reinforced concrete under here, as you can see. It took a long time to mine all of it, because I don't have an auger. So I had to do it all by hand, manually, and it took frickin' forever. But I got it all mined out, and it's all in. Like I say, it took a full day of in-game time of basically just mining. The building was easy, just going underneath, trying to avoid wooden spikes and throwing them up there didn't take long. So building is relatively quick in this game once you have the materials. So I also have a little tree farm out there, since as you can see behind it, I've wiped out, that used to be heavily forested and there's nothing left. This used to be heavily forested back here, and that's pretty much all cleaned out. I cleaned out a shitload of trees over on that bank. It's maybe tough to see from this distance, but there's not a whole lot left, so that's where I left it. Now, what we're going to do is, I don't know what I have. It's actually been... Oh, I did. I left myself with a bunch of these. I thought I did. I cut down a boatload of wood. I actually did that overnight, and I encountered a dog or two, but it wasn't too scary, so I was fine. I got just an assload of wood here. This is my, the idea with this is just to kind of speed things along. So what I do usually when I build, is this all I have for food? I think it is all I have on me. Actually, yeah, I think I ran myself out of all other food in the process of material gathering. Well, that's interesting. Why didn't my food go up at all when I ate that? Oh, there it went. I feel like I wasted one. Oh, actually, here. I got these 2 metal doors. Let's go ahead and slap these in, just to get it done. Metal door numero uno. And, metal door numero dos. I will reinforce those. I don't think I have any... Yeah, I'm going to have to get some scrap iron to reinforce them, but for now, they're up. Okay, so what I usually do when I build is I use wood frames or whatever frames I have handy just to kind of outline my plan. And the reason for that is these wood logs, once they're set, you can't remove them. So I wanted to just get the basic outline of my plan done in wood frames. And then, as you can see, I will remove them as I go. Oh, I just wasted one, because I'm a dumbass. Don't judge me. So what we're going to do here is we're going to put a big fat-ass window right here. That's going to be all window. This corner I'm going to have filled in in its entirety. And I'm going to use basically this wall for storage. Jesus Christ. These two walls for storage. I'll beat that out later. Actually, it might come in handy right now. And go ahead and do this. As you can see, I guess if you've watched any amount of this game, you know that building moves pretty quickly, especially once you have an idea what your plan is. Alright, hop down. Now this corner I'll explain in just a minute. Whoa, almost pushed myself off there. Okay, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. And another window there. This one I decided I was gonna do one window right there. It can't be in the middle because there's a odd number of blocks, so that's fine. And I want to fill all this in because I will again use this for storage and whatnot. I don't want to have a window there. I'll have plenty of natural light. Cool, there's the basic outline of our house. Should be well lit, kind of nice big windowage. A lot of guys will put metal bars. You can do metal bars like prison bars all the way around this level and you can shoot out. I don't plan on shooting out from there. I plan on shooting out from there. So what I've got here is a doorway, and I will put a ladder in here somewhere, and I'm going to build this bad boy, basically a tower out of the corner of my house is the idea. Whoops, I'm going to actually, I think I'm going to build it out of wood frames the whole way up. And so it'll be like a wood wall inside. And then basically the same look as the floor. And then the outside here we'll go ahead and do wood logs up to this level. And then we'll make it wood frames the rest of the way up. Just a kind of nice contrast of materials purely for aesthetic purposes. Maybe it'll end up looking stupid. I don't know. I'm not an architect. I'm barely able to play video games competently. So, there you have it. Let's go ahead and get rid of this bad boy. Doesn't take too many strikes. These are pretty weak. They're not very zombie-proof at all. As you can tell. Maybe we should put doors in before we forget. I don't have enough wood planks. Boy, I probably cut down way too much wood. I don't know what I was thinking. I may have been consuming some beverages of the adult variety while I was... Whoops, I want wood door. While I was chopping down trees. Not saying I was, I'm not saying I wasn't. But I probably was, because I'm cool, and everybody knows cool kids drink. There we go. I guess we could probably just go ahead and create windows. We have enough wood frames. Oops. I thought I had some created, because I did... I might have some in storage, because I had gotten this wall up is when it took a dump on me, and I think I'd even put a couple windows in. Let me make sure I don't have any in storage. It doesn't look like it. Alright. I guess I'm wrong. I honestly don't remember exactly how far I'd gotten. That's been... Oh, it's sticks. I have lots of sticks. It's been like a week since I played this. I'm a little out of practice. Well, I'm going to need way more than 20. What am I thinking? I'm going to need more than 27 too, I bet. We got to turn up. I wish they had windows in this game that didn't look like somebody wiped their ass with them, but you can put in just glass panes without wood frames. You have to get a mold, or actually you can find the glass panes as well on zombies usually. But, it was inevitable that I was going to do that. There it goes. Holy shit. I thought that it looked like it was positioned perfectly. I'm struggling today. I should go back to bed. Let's make a couple more of these bad boys. Not that many more. Let's see, how many do I want? I have 7, and that'll take 6, 7, I only need 3 more. I made all these sticks. If I counted right anyway. So, well, I was going to talk about the developments in Alpha 11. We're currently in Alpha 10 of this game. For those of you who may not have been watching right along or aren't familiar, this is an early access game, as my windows are done. Cool. We're currently in... I made way too many frickin' log pieces, too. God, what a waste. I really shouldn't do that while drinking. I keep losing my train of thought speaking of drinking. Alpha 11, they're introducing a whole bunch of things. From... this is going to sound a little weird to be excited about. I guess I'm not that excited about it. The way your hands look when holding an item, they're changing that, so your hands look less video gamey, I guess. I don't know. The trees are going to have new textures. They look really cool in the screenshots I've seen. They're introducing at least one new zombie type, a feral zombie that looks pretty badass. There's talk, not even talk of, the developer I believe is confirmed that there's going to be a scooter, a motorized scooter, that you can find parts for and then build. What else is in there? Oh, different effects in the different biomes. See, I have to figure out how the hell I'm going to do the roof. Maybe I should do that first, huh? Yeah, I probably should. I'm not even sure how the roof is supposed to work in this. I may have to do that off camera. Let me finish talking about Alpha 11, and I'll build this up a little bit more. The biomes are going to have different effects. There's going to be snowstorms in the snow biome. There's going to be windstorms, or dust storms, I should say, in the desert biome. There's going to be all that sort of a thing. There's going to be caves, underground cave systems that you can whatever, explore in, build in, whatever you want to do. There's going to be bridges that spawn in over the water, like more real-looking bridges. They're making all sorts of cool improvements. So some of it definitely is playability stuff like the scooter. Some of it is just to prettyify it, but in any event, I'm pretty excited. So let me pause this bad boy for a little bit and figure out in my head how the hell I'm going to do the roof, and we'll be back. Alright, I think I have a plan. First thing I want to do is I had some scrap metal in my storage. I want to go ahead and upgrade these. So you can see what they look like. See how that has kind of like a rebar reinforcement on it? And this one does not. So, there we go. Those doors have been fully reinforced now. Takes a lot to break through them. Take the zombies a while. So here's the plan. I'm going to do a row of wood frames here that's going to be hidden. I'm then going to, well, not immediately, but eventually I will do another row of wood, or another layer of wood frames, and this is going to be my complete ceiling. So what you'll see is these wood frames, when it's all done, covering the whole ceiling, and then they'll all be upgraded like the floor. So that's the end game. But in order to do that, because I can't span wood the entire width of this cabin, you know, if I try to go from here all the way to here, it will collapse. And I don't want a bunch of beams. So what I'm going to do is on top of these wood frames, I'm going to put, if I have enough, I have iron ingot here, I am going to put Shit, I would really prefer to do scrap iron, but I think I literally need scrap iron to do that. I do. That is so much less work. What I'm going to do, I think I can... Well, I don't know if scrap iron will go that far. Let's just do trussing. Metal trussing, which is... Okay. I'm thinking aloud. I apologize. So I'm going to do metal trussing. I need to get rid of some of my stuff into storage. What can I ditch right now? Obviously these. I do not need cement. I don't need any coal on my person. I think that's about as good as I'm gonna do for right now, by the looks of things here. Alright, cool. I'm gonna go ahead and make metal trussing. And metal trussing is the best structural building material in the game. And it doesn't take too much material to make it. I mean, I'm gonna use up a huge percentage of my iron, but let's not overdo it, because I have absolutely no need for additional metal trussing. Whatever I don't use, I don't use. And this will be completely hidden once we, here, we use this ladder. This will be completely hidden once this whole operation is complete. I don't want to do it in this corner, though, because I have yet to figure out how I'm going to handle that tower. So the way the building physics work in this game is everything is based off of the face of the material it touches, and this is in terms of horizontal strength. In terms of vertical strength, you could actually, I mean, theoretically, I believe, I haven't ever tested this, but I could use window frames for vertical supports. Like, I could make these walls entirely glass, and then stick the metal trussing on top of them, and have the full strength of the metal trussing, is I believe how this works. There might be actually some diminished... Wow, I'm going to need so much of this. Oh, did I do this right? I'm questioning myself if I should have log cabin instead of these wood frames here, because I don't want anything to show. Yeah, I'm going to have to make that log cabin instead of wood for that layer, because the outside's going to show. Alright, I'm figuring this out as I go. So what really matters is the strength of material that you have installed horizontally. So basically anything hanging off the face of these is going to be stronger than something hanging off the face of the wood, because they can support so much more weight. I'm hoping I can do this from down below. Nope, I'm going to have to be... So basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to keep putting metal trussing all the way throughout this entire damn ceiling. And then I'm going to come back and I'm going to put wood underneath it. And the metal trussing will be strong enough to span over all this without a support, I think. And it should also hold the weight of the wood underneath it. That's the idea. So the metal trussing is going to end up completely hidden under the shingles. And it will just offer all the structural support that we need. So, as you can see, this is going to take a while. It's not super exciting. I'm going to do it off camera. And when it's completely done, I'll come back and say hi. Would you believe that I have the exact right amount of metal trussing? I wouldn't either. But I should have had actually extra. But I kind of broke it once. So it's up. I can't walk on it, though. If I walked on it, it would break. I actually found out over here, and I broke out 6 of them earlier. Usually that can be cured simply by putting on a second layer, which is what we're going to do with the wood frames. It's also possible that putting on the second layer with the wood frames is going to cause total, utter, catastrophic failure. And if it does, there's a decent chance that that is going to kill me. Now, as we've already set precedent in this video, that I'm still going to continue if I die, much against the wishes, or not the wishes, but the parameters I first laid out. If I die from building, I'm going to keep going. I've come too far. Alpha 11 is too close, at which time the series is going to have no usefulness anyway, that I am in no way, shape, or form planning on quitting this series until Alpha 11 is released. So, I am going to keep at it with this roof, and hopefully, when I come back, you're going to come back to a done roof, not a collapsed roof, and a dead Jeff. Alright, we got the wood on the inside of the ceiling placed. It hasn't been upgraded yet. I don't want to do that until I make sure that it's strong. It's going to have to hold up the roof, although at this point I'm kind of considering doing a flat roof, I'm not going to lie. This is, there's a good chance this falls. So I'll give it the test on camera. I'm going to run. So if it falls, I don't also fall. Oh, look at that! The reinforcing, one just fell. That sucks. Where it was weak before, it's no longer weak. That's good at least. So we have one spot. I wonder if I forgot to put a wood frame there. Unfortunately, I don't have any metal trussing or iron ingot to make metal trussing to reinforce that spot. So for now, that's going to go undone. I'm betting that I forgot to put that wood frame in. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to upgrade the inside of this ceiling. And then I'm going to go around the outside here. Let me see if I can... It's going to take a bunch of these. Ah, shoot. Wood. I think it actually might be... Oh. Nope. I can't remember what the recipe is. Shingles. Wood shingles wedge. Ah, I was off. I knew it was something like that. I have no idea how many I need. Let's start with 54. And so what I'll do with these is I'll put them like... Here, I'll show you guys just a couple. It's tricky to do it from down here at this height. Okay, let me ladder up here. Or elevator up, I should say. There we go. Wood shingles. We'll do that all the way around the outside. Then we'll do another layer. Silly things. Another layer like this. And so on and so forth. That's the idea anyway. So, again, I'm going to do that off camera. I'm hoping that I have enough wood to make all the shingles I need. I think at some point the roof is going to end up, like I said, tell you what, let's make a little ladder out here. At some point there's a good chance that roof ends up flat just because it's going to be A, a lot of material, and B, it would be nice to be able to have a flat roof to shoot off of if necessary. So I'm hoping that this whole son of a bitch is supported okay. I'm tempted to put one post right in the middle right here, basically, straight up, and try to give it some strength, but I'll try it without, and if I can make it work, then hey, fantastic for me. So I'm going to work on this, and when everything's done on the roof, I'll come back, I'll wrap the video up, and we'll go from there. Alright, we're done. Pretty much. Got it finished. As you can see, the astute viewers, it took about 24 hours of in-game time, which was roughly equivalent to many, many hours of real-life time. I don't know, hour and a half, 2 hours maybe, give or take, I'm guessing. And here's where we ended up. I will first off tell you that I died twice. Collapsing building both times. But it is strong, it is up, it is done, and everything's good. So, we'll start with the outside. We have, as you already know, a couple of nice secure metal doors. We've added an awning over our porch. Now, why did I do this? Because I had some zombies while I was out collecting some rocks for the fireplace and the forges. I was right out here, and basically zombies will spawn around you. And I knew they were going to spawn in the roof. That was something I was aware of. I actually considered just putting log spikes all over the roof and not having it as a shooting platform, but I'll get to that in a minute. They're spawning in on this. And so this will obviously protect it. They could still spawn in right here on this path. There's so little area of the path that I'm not so worried about it. My larger concern is that they spawn in on the roof or on the top of the awning and then walk down here and in. But I don't think it should be too big of an issue. If it is, then I guess I'll build an awning all the way over this. It'll look like shit, but it'll be safe. So we have the, well, actually, I can take you around this side too. Nothing too exciting. I just put in some posts. These aren't for support. They weren't needed. They're just there for aesthetics. We walk in. I did have to put a support pole inside. I don't want to do it, but I did it. It's not a big deal. It also gave us access to the roof because, as you can see, my turret was a no-go. Because the base is so weak, I couldn't actually build a platform off the turret. The frames just kept falling. So, or the tower, I guess. I don't know the turret's the right word. The tower. The frames just kept falling off. The wood frames wouldn't adhere to it anymore. So, I gave up on that. I filled everything in, as you can see, obviously. And I just made a roof access there. I did put in a fireplace. I just used cobblestone. I had a bunch of leftover cobblestone materials from the exterior, so I actually ended up having to go get some more. But I was able to do most of this with the existing materials that I had. Put in fire just for the fireplace ambiance, and then did I like having at least 2 fires and at least 2 forges, so in they went. I've seen people do really cool fancy stuff with forges where they get metal pipes from industrial areas. You can beat them up with a pickaxe and they still stay as pipes, and you can install them almost like a stove hood in your kitchen. That might be cool to do at some point, but for now I didn't. I've got storage on either side. This is for things that are related to the forge, and this is for stuff that's related to cooking. I did find a pig wandered by and I shot him. Here's my my storage section, pretty self-explanatory. I've got food on top here. There is no medical storage, so I have the medical stuff underneath the food. There's going to be medical storage with Alpha 11, just obviously isn't here for 10. And then we have building supplies, the one's empty. Ammunition, supplies, books are used to make shotgun shells, so actual ammo, and then the supplies. And then the bottom one here, I have for gun parts and things related to it. I'll use the oil to make gun cleaning kits. And then actual completed weapons are up above. And then this secure storage just for miscellaneous stuff that doesn't really fit anywhere. So the eventual plan is to put a kitchen in over here. Put like a sofa in front of the fireplace. And then who knows what I'll do over here. I don't know if I'll actually ever get that far, but okay. Roof access. I had half a mind to get rid of these and put in wood frames there, and I might at some point, but I didn't yet. Here's a tip. If you're building a hatch, make sure that it doesn't open the same side as your ladder, because then you won't be able to get up your ladder. Always have it open it off to the side. I put a chimney, because why not, right? You can't walk on most of this roof. It's so fragile that if I were to walk around the edge, that's actually, I died once in a collapse, and I did once by falling, and my health is really low, onto, oh shit, I didn't mean to do that, some wood log spikes. I think it's that one right there is fragile. But overall, it's not a bad little shooting platform. I can't see straight down over the edge, but that's fine. By then, they'll go into the pit of death anyway. Mostly, I can get a pretty good point of view, except for my tree farm that I need to take a half hour and chop down. Otherwise, I have a pretty good view in every direction, so I'm pretty happy with the roof. If it becomes a real problem with them spawning in and wrecking my shingles, I'll just probably say screw it to the roof access, and I'll just put a bunch of log spikes up there and make it a death trap, but I'm not really too worried about it. As you've seen, we already have our filthy dirty windows, which I could replace with just glass panes, but it doesn't really seem to fit the log cabin theme, so there you have it. Our home is done. It took a lot of work. It took a lot of... You know, I talked about all the wood that I had and how it was excessive. I ended up with 1 stack of 48 logs left and 200 wood planks. That was out of like 10 stacks of logs. I used a lot of materials. I did overbuild. Oh, there's a zombie in the water. I did overbuild some stuff. Just, I don't know, it is what it is. I'll hang on to it for now. Oh, we got, it looks like a couple coming in. Oh, that was a tree. I thought it was a zombie. Well, they're in the water. They'll be dead soon. That's the beauty of the log spikes. I'm going to put more log spikes in. That's probably what I'll do once I cut these trees down. I'll have enough. I'll put in a shitload more log spikes. I'll do one last maybe repair on the foundation underneath, make sure everything's kosher, and then I'll just log spike the shit out of it and assume the log spikes will protect my foundation. Because once it's completely spiked in, there's no way I can repair anything. So that does it. I think it looks cool. I definitely think it's going to be functional, which, you know, is obviously part of it. This is a survival game. We'll maybe back up and get you a nice view of it here. It looks a little weird with the that extra row of logs, and I feel like it would look better if the roof were taller, or if maybe the soffits, which, for those of you who don't know, this section right underneath here, if that stuck out one more brick, it might look better aesthetically. But I think it looks cool. I think the chimney is really cool. It's kind of a nice addition. The fact that I actually centered it over the fireplace and put it where a chimney would be is kind of neat. The foundation is cool. Even if they beat away one part of it, I think the house will still stand, even if I lose part of the floor. The awning looks cool. I like it. I think we did a good job. It's one of my cooler designs. I'm very happy with it. And there you go. So when we come back the next episode, you will have seen that I cooked a bunch of stuff. I had a bunch of iron ingot in the forge when I cleaned out the other forge, which is kind of like finding a $20 bill in your pocket, like your coat pocket when you put it on in November for the first time. It's kind of a nice find to get that ingot. But I had some scrap iron to smelt down. Not a ton, 34. So I don't know. I got some stuff I can do just around here. And then I'm not really sure what we'll do. I think maybe some exploring. I don't really want to go into the wasteland because I feel like it's instant death. So maybe I'll do some exploring in the general area. See if I can find a city to loot so I can get some better armor, which really is the main thing that's holding us back at this point. Without armor, there's just not much I can do. I guess I could go into the wasteland and say, screw it, go for it. I have a farm I could build. I got lots of stuff, so we'll be back soon. We'll do all that stuff. It'll be fun. Thanks for watching. Please give the video a like if you liked it. Please give the video a like if you didn't like it. I don't care if you liked it. I just care if you click like. Please subscribe. Please follow me on Twitter. Follow me on Twitch. Links in the description below. Please tune in next time. And until such time, this has been Tom Selleck for the win. Signing off.